Tummy tuck or liposuction? This is a big question we see here a lot at the clinic, and mainly in the form of people coming to the clinic requesting liposuction to their tummy, because I think liposuction's got a bit of a reputation that it's a good thing to do, and if you're a bit overweight you can get a bit of liposuction, and if you win the lottery you can go and have liposuction and have your body contoured. And liposuction is a great technique, make no mistake about it, but there are certain areas of the body where liposuction really comes into its own, and other areas of the body where liposuction perhaps isn't quite so good and there are better alternatives. Now, obviously liposuction removes fat. There is a bit of a myth that liposuction, when you remove fat by liposuction, it can come back again. That's not true. Liposuction removes fat permanently. It doesn't come back again. It's in a bottle and it goes away. You've got a certain amount of fat cells in your body. Fat people have just got bigger fat cells than thin people, but we've all got the same number of fat cells in our body. When you have liposuction, or if you have fat cut out, the fat is removed permanently. Having said that, if you go on to lose weight or put on weight, the fat cells that are remaining will get bigger or smaller, and so it doesn't protect you from weight fluctuations in the future. So that's why before you have any sort of body contouring, then you should ideally be at a stable weight, because if you then alter your weight post-operatively, then you can have an unpredictable effect on the results of the surgery. So liposuction completely removes the fat, but the limitation of liposuction is it only removes the fat. The beauty of it is it's very small incisions, so it can be hard to see the scars, but like anything, the smaller the incision, the less the result. So it's a bit like mini facelifts versus full facelifts. And so the main limitation of liposuction is you don't remove any skin. And it's good in areas where the skin recoils. So the hips, the outer thighs, those areas have got quite thick skin and the skin recoils quite nicely. Other areas where the skin doesn't recoil, the indications of liposuction are a bit more limited. And the classic place is the tummy, the central abdomen. And that skin often doesn't recoil and you can be left with redundant skin. And so you can get average results with liposuction of the tummy. For that reason, tummy tuck really comes into its own, because tummy tuck removes that skin and tightens the skin. Liposuction doesn't tighten the skin. And often what you really need is skin tightening. In fact, the ideal candidate is someone who's actually lost weight, has done what the liposuction would do, lost weight. There's two categories of people who lost weight and people who've had children, because both those things stretch the skin, the stretching force goes, and the skin doesn't recoil. And if you think about it, liposuction is doing the same job as losing weight. It removes the fat, but not the skin. And because the skin doesn't recoil, you're left with redundant skin. And that's why people need a tummy tuck. So a tummy tuck will tighten the skin, will remove that excess skin, and it's the best way to contour the central abdomen. The limitation is that it's quite a big operation and it leaves you with quite a long scar. So you have to weigh that up. Whether the risks of taking on quite a big op with a long scar are going to outweigh the benefits of giving a better tightening of that abdominal contour. So if you've only got a mild bit of fullness, maybe in the upper abdomen, maybe liposuction would be the way to go, especially laterally on the sides. Liposuction can certainly help with those areas. But certainly for anything significant excess where the skin has been stretched, liposuction will not make that skin recoil. There are some types of liposuction you can consider which are assisted forms of liposuction, stuff like vaser liposuction and laser liposuction. Confusingly, vaser isn't laser, so but they assist the liposuction in some way, and they assist the liposuction by heating up the fat cells before, or at least delivering energy to the fat cells before they're removed. So you can use smaller cannulas. You can often be awake when you're having those sorts of liposuction, and they do report to give some degree of skin tightening that might help. So that's something you could consider. Some assisted form of liposuction. Similarly, the non-surgical forms of liposuction like cool sculpting and other sorts of non-surgical liposuction, which again deliver energy, whether freezing or radio frequency or some kind of energy to the fat cells to destroy the fat cells, do report to cause some degree of skin retraction, but you really have to look at someone who provides those sorts of services and look at some before and after photographs to see if whether that is going to be a useful improvement for you and whether it's right for you. It's all about tailoring the surgery that's right for you. A lot of people say, oh, I heard that this is better, it's great to have a tummy tuck's better than liposuction. It depends on the individual, and it depends on how bad the excess skin is, how much it's going to recoil, what the quality of the skin is like, to see whether they are going to benefit significantly from that. So you can't say globally what one is better than the other. It depends on the type of persons. So that's the limitation of liposuction and the benefit of tummy tucks, but it's all about weighing it up to find the right surgery for you. So if you want to come to the clinic and have a consultation, by all means do. We're here in Edgbaston. We also have a clinic in London. You can get in touch, and we'd love to hear from you. Also, if you have any questions, then just get in touch, and one of us will be very happy to get back to you with that. You can also download one of our guides where we talk about tummy tucks and the pros and cons with some frequently asked questions. So I hope that's been useful, and look forward to seeing you next time. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bye.